I might annoy some people, but before you get too emotional, before you get annoyed, know the fact. If you are poor, you are poor. Even if you convince yourself you are rich, the only thing to get you out of poverty is to work. Work, work, work. Unless a miracle happens, maybe you win a jackpot and you use illegal means. And in that, you are going to face consequences. If you are poor, you are poor. You should know this. Another fact is, me, I, born, I'm pro Fred Matiang'i. I'm a very strong supporter of Fred Matiang'i. What I'm going to tell you, don't get too emotional. This is facts and this is analysis. As long as I'll be able to convince you, then yeah. But if I won't convince you, you are free to give your own divergent views. You are going to give your own divergent opinion, maybe in the comment section below. Do you know, Matiang'i, it is very possible that Fred Matiang'i is a state project. Sasa unajam nini? This is just I'm going to analyze to you. Sijui kama nitawa convince. If you see it the way I'm seeing it, if you see it from a different angle, if you will suspend your emotions kidogo tu, tuchambue hii kitu iishe, at least ujiconvince baadaye. To emotions kidogo tu, aka kitu tuchambue kaishe. Yeah, is it okay? Right. Matiang'i, there's a possibility Matiang'i is a state project. Is only there in your position as a mole. As a mole there to see one or two, what are they planning? But you might ask me, is Fred Matiang'i aware? Now, that is the big question. Fred Matiang'i might not be aware that is a state project. You see, Fred Matiang'i is being sponsored by Uhuru Kenyatta. That means even Matiang'i's this idea that Matiang'i is going to be on the ballot, is going to be the presidential candidate, did not come out of Fred Matiang'i. Matiang'i was being endorsed, aliambiwa Freddy kuja, hii kitu unaweza chukua, ebu kuja uone tukuambie hivi na hivi. That is why he's being controlled. That is why the guy was not able to form his party. That is why the guy is not occupying the leadership of Jubilee party yenye basi alipelekewa, yenye kuna ruzi za mlima. That is why the guy is not featured in anywhere in the revival of Azimio done by his party boss, the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. That is why Matiang'i is being controlled in any rally. The rally is supposed to go. In fact, ukiona Matiang'i na Rigathi, just know that rally was planned and the planners is not Matiang'i himself. Mimi nilikwambia utoe emotions kidogo tu. Gusii. Kidogo tu, toa emotions kidogo tu, tumalize hii kitu. Now, I know this is the topic you might be interested in. Then follow this to the end. If you like the content of this nature, click to the subscribe button there. And in this particular video, nipe a thumbs up. Ama utanipea after nimekuconvince. Now, Fred Matiang'i, get it now very clear. Let's now do business. Fred Matiang'i might be, mark this a possibility. That means it's not something, it's not a fact, like it's something which is confirmed. And kama ingekuwa confirmed, angekuwa amefukuzwa kutoka kwa United Opposition. So that was kwe wana pretend sana. So Fred Matiang'i, there's a possibility that Fred Matiang'i is a state project. The question is, Fred Matiang'i anajua ya kwamba yeye ni state project. There's a possibility anajua yeye ni state sponsored project, and there's a possibility also ajui yeye ni project. Boss wake ni nani? Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I believe Fred Matiang'i might be a state sponsored project, only to divide the opposition votes na impatie uongozi William Samoei Ruto. Now, Fred Matiang'i is a Jubilee member. The party leader of Jubilee is none other than President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president. The former president is perceived to be working with, is partially perceived to be working with United Opposition. led by Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Matiang'i is project, and the likes of Eugene Wamalwa. We all know that Fred Matiang'i, we all know that one is, we all know it's a fact that Fred Matiang'i is a project of Uhuru Kenyatta. You get it? Those who are looking, using a different angle, can say that Uhuru Kenyatta is partially working with President William Samoei Ruto. Here is the reasoning. One, do you know, I don't know where you belong. There are people, some people still believe that Uhuru Kenyatta actually betrayed Raila Odinga. It was a deal. It was a loin con. How can a sitting president anawezaje poteza? How can a sitting president lose an election? Mumeona chenye imehappen Uganda. Nyinyi si eti ni mumeona chenye kimehappen Tanzania. How can a sitting president lose an election? It is not possible. After sasa Ruto ameshinda uchaguzi. There's a time Ruto visited Uhuru Kenyatta nyumbani kwake. Few days later tukaona watu wa Uhuru Kenyatta wana work in William Samoei Ruto's government, the likes of Lee Kinyanjui, the likes of Kabogo William, and the likes of Mutahi Kagwe. Watu wa Kenyatta wandani sana wa Uhuru Kenyatta, and in fact Matiang'i was also supposed to work there. I think that is when they calculated na wakasema kwamba huyu tusimulete hapo. If we want to succeed beyond 2027, wacha huyu tucheze na yeye game hapa. Mi nawaambia according to how I see things. You want to tell me that Uhuru sasa ana hate William Samoei Ruto sana, yet Uhuru Kenyatta proposed these three gentlemen, the likes of Kabogo, Kagwe na Lee, wakae wanawak kwa government ya William Samoei Ruto. Ama unataka kuniambia ni Ruto tu alitaka ku create a perception that watu wa Uhuru ashanipea watu, so Uhuru ana work na mimi in this government. So you want to tell me that it's an idea of William Samoei Ruto to bring Uhuru's people to the government to create a perception that Uhuru Kenyatta is also working with me? Unless that is the case. But Uhuru pia angetuambia, so that's not the case. There's a game which is being played here. Lastly, you know, brother to Uhuru Kenyatta, Muho Kenyatta, making several visits, making several meetings with the current head of state, in fact at the State House in most of the time. You want to tell me that there nothing, no discussion, so Muho ana betray Uhuru Kenyatta, My dear, political class. Political class. Haitaend hii political class, hii friendship ya hii watu ninawaita political class. Hii friendship na kujifanya tu wametengana. These people are friends. Hawajatengana. What they are actually doing is political games just to manipulate us. Ni kama ile kiki tunasikia ati mimi tumekosana na bibi yangu, kumbe ni content tu, wanataka views. Baadaye ndio wana unite. Ama some beef ndio waendelee kukula kichele, inaendelea kama ile beef ya Will Paul na Bahati, but they know what they are doing under the curtains. Those guys are talking. So for the political class to continue ruling us, manipulating us, sisi wote tuendelee kukaa poa, wao waendelee kutawala, they have to manipulate our brains. They have to cheza game karata hapa. They have to play. Those guys have got brains, my dear brothers and sisters. They have to calculate. So after tutafanya aje in 2022 tushinde bila mzee kwenda Supreme Court, bila mzee kuleta ile mambo ya 2007? Tutafanya aje? Wacha tu calculate. Tujifanye tumemleta kwa government na wewe ujifanye tumekosana so that ushinde rais vizuri. Tutafanya aje the likes of Muho ama mtoto wangu, mtoto wa Uhuru sasa. Tuendelee tu kutawala after sasa Muho kijana yako ako ndani. Tutafanya aje? Let's continue with this game. You know, nilikwambia emotions zitoe tu. Suspend your emotion kidogo. Usikize tu niko na point. Unisikize tu niko na point. Yeah. These people will continue manipulating us. Wewe unadhani Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta mwenye labda una support ni ndugu yako? No. Fred Matiang'i mwenye mimi na support ni ndugu yangu? No. No. Do you think anakujua? No. Ananijua? Sijui. And do you think Fred Matiang'i ama Rigathi Gachagua, for example, mwenye unafaitia, what we should be fighting, hata kama Matiang'i ataingia, kama system ita change, things will be like that. What we should be fighting ni better life standards. Unaona, uchumi ikae at least ina favor hiyo peke yetu. But tukifaitia eti Matiang'i lazima ingie, ama Ruto lazima atoke, ama Uhuru sasa ndio kinara, forgetting yale vitu Uhuru alikuwa anafanya. Uhuru was not an angel. Lakini mbona tunakaa hivi jameni? My brothers and sisters, why should you, mbona tusifikirie tuone beyond? Yani mchezo wa kucheza, do you know, after election immediately watu wanaanza campaign. Yani inakuwa ni mchezo, na sisi tuko hapo tu tunasema what are you able to gain? What are you gaining? But anyway, nilisema to suspend emotions. Hata mimi mwacha ni suspend zangu, nisika emotion. But let's think. Let's choose, ndio tusijakataa. Let's choose the best candidate. Si lazima atoke kwa hizi political class. Si lazima atoke hapo. Tuchague mtu as long as tunaona mind. Hata David Kenani Maraga ni msee mwenye ako na maono. Ni msee mwenye anaweza chapa kazi, lakini watu kama hao wako sideline. Hatutaki kuwasikia. Tunataka kusikia nani aliuliza nini, nani alitusi mwingine kuliko mwingine. Those are the kind of people tunataka. But anyway, nimeanalyze possibility of Fred Matiang'i being Ruto's project, being Ruto's mole in united opposition. I don't know kufikia hapa, I don't know kama nimekuconvince enough. And if you have a divergent opinion, bado nitaendelea na hii topic depending on the reactions nita get from you. Bado nitaendelea na the same topic, but for now digest this one. If you digest so well, then part 2 will be very smooth. At least tutaenda the same line. Open, msiangalie tu hivi tu, fungua ile macho ya ndani muone hii point zangu. Sawa. If you have a divergent views, kindly drop in the comment section. Kama you like the content of this nature, kindly click to the subscribe button and pia uweze kunipea like. Ni like hii video. Hapa ni facts, hakuna emotion sometimes. Ni fact tu. Najua kila mtu ako na emotion, kuna mahali. Mi personally nimekwambia I'm pro Fred Matiang'i. Hata nikisema hizi vitu sometimes ninaumizwa kwa roho. Ninaumizwa kwa roho. See you in the next video. My name is C. Bon.